Residents of Brush Prairie and Clark County, Washington, we have a serious emergency warning notice for all the people, especially the Prairie streets that there's not a lot of traffic going through. I want to warn you that people are actively being abducted, just as my mom and I have the day before Easter. We were almost abducted 4 times, pursued by 2 white trucks trying to lock us in right here. Right after we made it down our driveway, which I just showed you, I had a radio on me because the reason we went out of our neighborhood is because on the radio was a very concerning conversation, which was the very reason we went out. The conversation was saying around the father, around the daughter, identifying other people, and then it also said, I found 2 children possibly left unattended in the back seat. And the other person replied, the other male replied, saying, I'll take that as a compliment. I got so concerned and I said, Mom, we have to go out and see what's in our neighborhood. I'm not gonna let 2 children get abducted within a mile radius because this is just a normal radio. With the radio in my hand, literally, we headed out, and just on our pretty much our own street, just out off of our driveway, we started being pursued by 2 trucks. And these men were not even in their trucks when they started pursuing us. They were in front of their house standing and hopped into their trucks and started pursuing us. They tried to stop us 4 times within 4 minutes. Even at the busy intersection where they didn't even come to a full stop, their door flung open, their back door, coming at us. Lives at risk, actively pursuing us with 2 white trucks within our own neighborhood right here. This is so concerning. And when I went down this driveway, I had the radio in my hand. The radio conversation that was just talking about children was talking about me and my mom. The same voices continued and said they went down their driveway. That was the mystery solved, but I was so worried that day, and I called the police and I said, I'm worried about children. I'm glad I made it safe, but can you check their car? I know this was those people that were identifying children, running other people's identities, which were not police officers. Only police officers should have the ability to run identities, or they were police officers that were running people's identities illegally, unlawfully, abducting people, just like they tried to abduct us. As they were pursuing us in the car, we had that CB with us and we were hearing their conversation. As they were pursuing us,
well, I asked him, he said he doesn't have a CB in the truck that he was in. Oh, he has it in a different truck.
He can say whatever he wants. I don't freaking care.
We don't know.
I'm just telling you what I have, and that's it.
Okay.
But he had a CB, thank you for saying. The police never checked their cars. I said, I'm worried that they have people in their car. So the reason on my video is because not only the day before Easter, me and my mom became victims, but right in front of my eyes, this continued. Behind me are back streets of Brush Prairie, Washington, and I see cars. There is a stop sign right there as well. I call 911 and I said, someone has to get here as soon as possible. I hear 2 men's voices actively trying to pursue her. And she's screaming. So I call 911 and I said, there's a woman out there in the fields with her abandoned car that's being pursued by 2 men, at least 2 men out in these fields. First they said, we'll show up, an officer's on his way. A half an hour later, they're still not there. I kept calling. No one ever came to this property. On my 3rd time calling, I said, hurry up and have a sheriff or someone come here because they're gonna take her car away and take the evidence away. As I'm saying it literally, 2 trucks, 2 other cars come and tow her car right in front of me as I'm speaking. I said, they already took it.
Being towed. Hey, ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, I see a car being towed. I want that to be noted on the reference at the stoplights. I need a police officer at this light. The car is being towed right now. 7041. This is not okay. That it's taking this long for police to get here. And the evidence is being towed. This is not okay.
That's horrible.
This is residents that we are calling about. They threatened us directly as well. So even we are at risk as well. This is not okay. This is not okay.
All right, I'm letting them know that, okay? Okay. Can a sergeant call you on this number?
Yes.
If possible?
Yes, we're waiting. We're waiting for someone to show up.
I said, what could possibly be so important going on right now that they couldn't get to this where someone's life is at risk? I hear them screaming for help, being actively pursued. And that's it. They took the car and it was dark. Nothing. As if nothing ever happened. Sergeant Gonzalez called me back only an hour and a half later and said that he is not going to come out because I've called before about this property and they have not found anything.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, this is Marina.
Yes, I wanted to let you know that you're being recorded as well.
Okay, awesome. I will start my body camera and record you too.
Thank you. So Carissa let me know that someone would be...
Okay, go ahead.
Carissa let me know that someone would be at the address, and it's been over an hour and a half. No one has shown up.
Yep, that's correct. My name's Sergeant Gonzalez. I'm the one who told our deputies not to respond to that call.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. And your reasoning?
Because you have reported numerous instances and alleged crimes at that address, and every single time we've gone to that address, what you have reported has not been true or accurate to include the same thing that you're reporting today. So as a result, we're not going to take the time to respond out there and bother the people at that residence when what you have reported previously has not been true.
What I reported previously was true, and actually, you guys changed the reports, and I will not tell you how you changed the reports. So I'd be careful with what you say. That's very not true. But thank you for letting me know what you've seen, and I want it to be on the record that I actively saw a woman being pursued in the field crying for help, with several men pursuing her with an abandoned car, and I did see a car being towed. As I foretold, I said, hurry up and bring the police officers over here before the car is being towed. So it is part of your duty for your negligence that you will have to answer for.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help you with, Marina?
Would be nice if you would react in the right time.
This isn't so why you seemed that life was not at risk when we were saying we heard a woman crying out there yelling for help, being chased, and her car abandoned. You don't see that as a risk?
Well, considering you've reported that before, and you've also reported that people from that residence had a child that was being mauled by a dog, which also wasn't true, just to name a few.
It was true. The police officer in the ambulance came separately, kept saying, we are not here to investigate, and simply just asked the owner if they wanted any medical help. They did not look for anyone. They did not check. And then only after we left, the police officer went on and to do his own investigation, and his report does not match up with anything that was actually even reported in the first place.
So what you're saying on your end doesn't reflect accurately with what our investigations have shown in the past.
And as well, our investigation...
I'm trying to tell you that you are countering that with saying what we did was not true and was not accurate. So I'm not really sure what else I could...
Okay, I just letting you know, and it is for the record, that your office deleted my police report where I was abducted 4 times in 4 minutes off this own street, off my own neighborhood. I know who the neighbor was. I know the 2 trucks. I gave you the evidence, and you deleted it. So you will have to prove your judgment. Your office did. Your office will have to prove your judgment on who you are defending. And your judgment of who you decide whose life is not at risk. And instead, your office tried to write me out of speeding tickets.
Okay. Marina, is there anything else I can help you with tonight?
I want to be clear for the record that on this address, I did call. I saw also in broad daylight a girl being chased, screaming for help as well, which I did call, and I saw her being chased from that residence. And she was not found. And no police officer went to that address that day. None.
Okay. Well, our reports indicate differently prior other times that you called where law enforcement responded out and nothing was found to have actually occurred.
They did not do investigations.
Well,
they just covered up.
Our company conversation's gonna go anywhere in regards to this, because when I try to explain to you what occurred, you're countering it with
So
something else.
is your alibi that there's a woman picking fields at 11 p.m. out there? I wonder what else you're gonna come up with.
Okay.
And why the
All right,
trucks there?
I really appreciate the service our tax funds go to cover up people like this and like you.
Okay. All right, Miranda, you have a good night, okay?
Thank you for putting our tax funds, for wasting them. Thank you. And I have called. There have been concerning things about this property, and this property has directly threatened us, saying, we know, and he pointed out where you live, like this, and he said, we know who you are, and we will come get you. He said that, and we have that recorded. And I have been calling, reporting shootings almost daily, and not just regular gunshot shootings out here. Right here in this area. This same property, just about a week after we were almost abducted, at this same property, there was a girl screaming bloody murder. I was frozen. I couldn't move and I couldn't speak. I was shooken, and I saw her running away. I saw her being actively pursued. I saw her being actively running away, screaming for help at the top of her lungs. But let me tell you how well of a job that they do. Your sheriff's office deleted the claim, said I never called, deleted my evidence, and deleted my report, never gave me the identities of the people that tried to kidnap me and my mother in broad daylight right off of the street, and continued to cover up for these people. I said, we'll see who are the people not to believe. A few days later, I get a fancy email from Clark County Sheriff's Office saying there was no such call that existed. We never received a report, and we never received any evidence. Yeah, we want to take you guys through the route that we experienced and the points of abduction.
So, I was out here a few days ago. Why is it abduction now?
You will see in the incident report.
You do
I
realize
don't.
I was the one that took your report.
I don't have to argue. I just want to show you what we experienced at what points.
No. What are you trying to explain?
Our lives were put at risk on 144th Street, and you are refusing for me to show you where our lives were put at risk. Is that correct, officer?
No, that's not what I said.
Is that
asking
correct?
What are we going to see?
Okay,
there?
are you refusing to go and follow me?
I'm asking what I'm going to see.
I will tell you. I will tell you. Please follow us.
We don't need to go to the location to see an empty road where there's no vehicles.
No, I want you to.
No evidence that was there today.
No.
This happened what, on Monday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh, Friday.
Mhm.
Friday. So this happened
There is.
4 days ago.
At a crime scene, at an attempted abduction.
What made
You
it
are
an attempted abduction?
I will tell you there. I already had a long dialogue with this officer, and he tried to de-escalate everything that happened to me.
Here's, I'm going to stop for a second.
Okay.
When somebody becomes this adamant about trying to take us to somewhere, it starts to sound suspicious.
You could be suspicious.
It sounds like maybe you're setting up an ambush.
Oh, really?
And I don't want that to
Okay.
happen to anyone.
Really? Really?
Just make
Okay.
her draw on
Some
Instagram.
of the most intense altercations I've been in with have been with ladies.
Oh, really?
So it's not that ladies can't do harm to anybody.
The car is being towed right now. 7041. This is not okay. That it's taking this long for police to get here.
No, you don't
They
worry.
can't.
Videotape us. We will videotape
So
you.
what are you hoping
we've
to
been-
accomplish when we go home? Provide them the statement that you want to provide.
I already,
We
it's
can
in
drive the
CCSO
roadway.
evidence. It's
Perfect.
it's
So
in your
we've
evidence.
done our job in taking your report, right? We can drive the road on our own because this happened 4 days ago.
No, because I want to tell you what we
Ma'am,
experienced.
I would like to stop you for
Okay.
a second. I have 3 deputies working everything from 50th Avenue all the way up to Skamania, all the way up to Cowlitz. You have 3 of them right here.
I never asked
and
for
the
3.
sergeant.
I never asked for 3. We just needed one person to take a picture, and that was I talked to one person, and I do not appreciate a clown service here either. I'm just asking to take you to the crime scene, where I and my mother were abducted. But I want to make sure that I speak to you guys and I show you where
You're
this
speaking to us
occurred.
right now.
What is so intimidating about us being able to explain it. I know it doesn't take 4 police officers.
Well, it sounds like you already explained to him
No.
on the day that it occurred.
No, he de-escalated continually and
took a
did
report
not
of your
legitimize what we
situation.
experienced. No, and de-escalated a serious concern to
There's
public
a report
safety.
number.
And yes, there is. I hope there is, and I hope it's very active.
Explain to him
No.
on the day that it occurred.
No, he de-escalated continually and
took a
did
report
not
of your
legitimize what we
situation.
experienced. No, and de-escalated a serious concern to
There's
public
a report
safety.
number.
And yes, there is. I hope there is, and I hope it's very active. There is a report number. Yes. So we're ready. Can we go show you?
I'll follow you guys at a
Okay,
distance.
thank
I'll
you.
turn my recorder on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you guys sounded like you had a lot to talk about.
You guys,
What do you mean
Two.
by that?
I don't know.
Sound like? How did it sound like you had a lot to talk about?
I don't know why
so
it
many
takes
of you.
4 police cars. 3 police cars.
somewhere
I don't
very
know.
specific on an empty roadway.
So I wanted to let you know where the sequence started because it was a live pursuit. So it started a pursuit of our lives being in danger. Started at this address.
Why is she following me now? I told you I would follow the two of you.
No,
Why is
for
she
my
following? I asked
safety.
her
For
to
my
come.
safety.
So you don't feel safe with me?
Yeah, I don't. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because you
You called
it
us,
took
man.
So
You
much effort.
called
Because
us.
it takes so much effort to
You
get you
called
to do
us here.
something. No, but
Documented in the report as well.
sure. He says that it'll be documented that I was driving 80 miles an hour.
That was me on the
And-
drive.
That was you
and
driving?
That was
And
me.
she was not driving 80 miles an hour.
It's okay. We will talk
But
about that.
whoever wants to report
back
that,
in your
It's
car.
not. Yeah, let's go.
And I want to
Which
make
is-
it clear.
Taking up
Okay,
a lot
I
of
want to
time
make
right
it clear for the record that when someone's life is being at risk, it is important. Their priority and safety
this
is
was
more important
4
than
days
80
ago.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
How many officers does it take to come out to just show? That goes to show. We were being chased all the way down this street. Right here, down this street that was 137th. And down this street. This is why I'm making sure he reports everything. He didn't ask where the crime scene was, and this is not all. There's another attempt later down the road.
So again, not an abduction.
I have every right to say what it was.
You're not.
For an
The
RCW,
laws-
they
the
have
laws
to
are-
block your
Yes.
movement, which he did.
I'm glad
Tried
that
to
you're
force
helping.
you to a stop, which he did, and tried to refrain you from going, which he did, and that is sufficient.
Is that in the kidnap RCW?
It is. They said they could track our movements and said they entered into their driveway, communicating our location actively to the other. And this involved 2 trucks. This is not some road rage. Road rage does not involve 2 trucks, coordinated radio conversations within sequence of time. And when we came here, Mom pulled over straight and was going to turn, and they pulled right next to her to the right side of her.
They were
And
right
we were
here.
waiting for traffic to
fine.
come through. And we noticed from the side of our eyes that the door was starting
What?
to open, the back door of the truck, which was right next to us. So a door was opening in an attempt to come at us, not communicate, and a back door, not the driver. And Mom, she was forced into this traffic, which was busy. She would have not entered it. For the 3rd time already, having experienced those attempts of abduction, of trying to get our vehicle to stop, it was a very active pursuit. And then the 2nd time, trying to get our vehicle to run off the road and flip over, causing possibly injury or death. And then the 3rd attempt right here. And Mom turned in to the right to join traffic, and we're going towards home. And then there's another attempt over there of another vehicle, the 2nd vehicle that's parked at that residence, waiting for us down our street to pursue us as well. So
Why do you think they chose you?
that's not my job. I'm just here stating what happened, and I have every right to state it and ask you guys and to explain it to make sure the report reflects everything.
What I can tell you is it sounds like maybe some reckless driving.
You put people repeatedly, continually with more than one vehicle and have confirmation of them talking about you and tracking your location. That is not just reckless driving.
Maybe stalking, but
4 minutes passed since I left my
One
driveway,
time isn't
and
a
there were
pattern.
4 attempts.
one time isn't a pattern. This is one interaction.
No,
One time is not a
this
pattern.
is not one
This
interaction.
is one interaction. Now, if it happens tomorrow night, now we have a pattern. If I can't get to probable cause, I don't just go search people's houses without a warrant. That's not how things work now. in the state of Washington.
There are, if there's,
So what you're asking us to do is go to their house.
trust me, if they wanted to get it, they would have. I saw their ability to get that. And I know they have the ability to get that.
So they
and there was every
documented evidence of a crime.
reason to question that
We
there
can have a conversation.
there
You're
was
just going to
people
yell
at-
over the top
okay,
of
I'm
me
sorry.
the whole time.
there was every
Because
reason.
I'm starting to get to the point where you've showed me everything you needed to show
Okay.
me. You continue to yell at
No,
me.
this is
and
the
we're
key
just
thing.
gonna be
No
done
noise.
today.
This is the key thing. There is every reason to question whether people's lives were at risk because this was in the same coordinated radio conversation, 27 minutes apart from start to finish, where the people that we were worried about being victims, we ended up being the victims, and we were identified in the same conversation. There's every reason to question
If
whether
they come
there
back
were
to your
other people
house,
in their
please
possession.
call us. Ma'am, I'll be honest with you. He took a report. He's putting it together. There's probably not a whole bunch that we're going to be able to come up with.
It will see. It'll show your true colors. It will show your true colors. Your sheriff's office deleted the claim, said I never called, deleted my evidence, and deleted my report, never gave me the identities of the people that tried to kidnap me and my mother in broad daylight right off of this street. I'm livid because this is me and my mother. We were victims. I know what we experienced, and my heart goes out to the woman that was crying out for help. That sheriff's office never went out to help. I want people to know. And so if you have any dash cam footage, any garage footage, any street footage, if you have a business and you see activity that is suspicious, if you can check your activity, and if you can, please provide it in the link below and get in contact because we need to spread the word. I honestly don't trust Clark County Sheriff's Office with how they handled my evidence, and they handled me as a victim. They tried to write me out a speeding ticket. 3 officers standing right here. And then a few days later, 4 officers came out here with 3 cop cars. And then later only to say no such call existed. And then most importantly, if you are missing a mother, if you are missing a daughter that may have gone missing last night, I know there was another car 5 nights ago as well. Somebody else actively every day people are going missing. Please reach out. We need to keep a list of all the people that are going missing because right after they're abducted, their cars are being literally taken like this in minutes. And there's not a trace of who and where the last whereabouts were. So this is the only way we can somehow crack down of who went missing and where were their last whereabouts to spread the word. And I'm warning you, these roads here in Prairie, Washington area, even in broad daylight from firsthand experience, are not safe. If you can wait for another car that's driving by or a few other cars to go down that road, I never would have imagined what was going on and what continues to go on these streets. But I want to make sure that the people going up and down these streets get home safely. I don't want to hear any more mothers crying for help, teenagers crying for help off of these fields and off of these streets. So please share the word, spread this with all the people in your contacts, especially in the Prairie, Battleground, Hawkinson, Vancouver area.